What's up guys, it's Rising Duelist here, it's Konobandit, and I'm here to talk about a deck that's not coming out for another couple months, I think August around the summer. It's going to be coming out not in a core set, it's going to be coming out in the, I think they're called deck savers or whatever, I don't remember what they're called, but I'm talking about not Skyfang Brigade, not the Vampire support, I'm talking about our girl, Brandish Maiden Ray, and her two armors that she has. So basically, I don't know if you guys know what Brandish Maidens do. Brandish Maiden is an archetype with only one main monster card and 2 link monsters, and the rest are spells. So Brandish Maiden Ray herself has 1500 attack and defense, contribute herself as a quick effect to go into a link monster, and or you can just go into the link monster using Ray. And then the 2 Brandish Maidens both have different effects. One of them has the effect of grabbing a Brandish card from your graveyard, and one of them has the effect of searching one at the end phase. So each of them can go into each other, and they all have 1500 attack, so they're pretty weak, but you might be thinking like, oh, what is 15 attack archetype going to do? Like, that's so weak. But the thing is that their spells are all just fantastic. I'm not going to go over all the spells, just like one of them pops spells and traps, one of them pops monsters, one of them lets you draw, one of them lets you search, one of them lets you banish monsters from the graveyard. There's a bunch of like things. There's like, if you can think of it, there's probably a Brandish Maiden card for it. And the weirdest thing is that since this is a deck of all spells, we don't have any traps in it. But the reason why it's all spells is because every spell card in the Brandish Maiden archetype has the effect that if there's 3 or more spells in the graveyard, it has extra effects. So you might be thinking like, oh, like, wait, there can be some things you could like mess around with that, and that's what I want to talk about here. What to run in Brandish Maidens, because there's a lot of different little texts that you can use that I've been seeing people use online and that I've been testing myself because I absolutely love the deck. I'm going to start off by saying the one I personally like the most. I like the Spellbook engine. I think it gives a little more draw power, and then obviously you use Spellbook of Secrets into Spellbook of Spellbook of Knowledge, and then you go and if you have the guy in your hand, Blue Boy, then you use that on him, and then you get to draw 2 cards, which is great, and you're gonna draw into a spell most likely. It's fantastic because the drawing engine is just powerful, and it gets those cards in the deck real fast. But there are better ways, I'll say, that you can get more spells in the deck faster, such as Tune Table of Contents. Tune Table of Contents to Tune Table of Contents to Tune Table of Contents gets you a Tune Cyber Dragon, and I know what you're thinking now. Tune Cyber Dragon, you got no monsters on the field, make him snatch one of your opponent's extra monster things, and make Chimera Tech Overfleet. It's honestly, like, right now, the Tune Tables is having so much hype, obviously because Magical Musketeers were using them, and now we have this little Tune engine that can be used just to disrupt your opponent, because say they get like one of the monsters in there that's so strong and they're playing a deck that's not a link deck, or say they do have like the Firewall or the Borreload, you just take that monster from them and you just put your Chimera Tech on the board, and they're just like, well, F me then. Another little spin I've liked to see on it is people like, since Brandish Maiden's more of a disruption deck, it makes your opponent not be able to do anything. I've been seeing people use Trick Stars with Brandish Maiden. That's obviously because you could grab the reincarnation, and then like they draw their cards, and then you could just ruin everything they do. Not only you keep their monster from having effects, you're ruining every card they're wanting to draw in the hand. You could even run Droll and Lockbird if you want to, not even let them draw, and that's just painful to see. And obviously the Trick Stars give a little bit of edge to the deck and make it more, I'd say make you take damage faster, because obviously the burn, and you can use the monsters. So if you have like Lily Bell and make a bigger link monster such as Firewall or Borreload or Saruya, that's just nice to have because you're getting more bodies on the field, because obviously when you're using Brandish Maiden, you only have the one Brandish Maiden, so you're not running that many monsters, so it's hard to make big link monsters. But it's nice if you want to make those big link monsters. Now, another thing using main monsters that I think is really spicy is using Yosenjus with the Brandish Maiden. Now, the Yosenjus, we know they have the effect of they go back in the hand at the end of the phase, which is great because if you're sending out all your Yosenjus out and you have your Brandish Maiden in the extra link monster zone, you hit your opponent for we'll say 6,000, right? and then all of the Yosenjus will go back into your hand, and then you could use your quick play spells that are set in the spell and trap zone that have their effects from not having any monsters in the main monster zone, which is so good because your opponent's so weak already. They can't use their Psalm Warning or anything, like if this is like really early on in the game, and they're kind of crippled and they're like, crap, like what do I do now, because they're just going to send out all those Yosenjus next turn, and how am I going to protect myself, you know? Any generic draw cards such as Upstart Goblin, Card Demise could be used in it too. You set all your spell cards and use Card Demise, make the thing, and then you really want cards in the graveyard. So even if you draw into more spells, you want to put that in the graveyard, especially if you see it in opening hand. Like any spell cards that have like a little bit of power and can make like drawing easier for you. Duality would conflict, so I wouldn't use Duality. But you could always use your quick effect.
What about Pot of Desires?
I would not use Pot of Desires. You don't want to banish all of your spells, because like even though you're only running 3 Ray, which is a problem. So you can't have multiples of her. If you banish 2 of them, you're running on the 1 Ray. Even though it can recycle herself, it's kind of like it's bad. If you banish your spells that let you summon a token also. But Brandish Maidens is a really cool archetype. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get more crazy builds going on with it. I've seen people using the Troy Mares in the extra deck with it just because those are so powerful. And if you guys think of anything else, if you like Brandish Maidens like I do, put some comments in the video, and I'll look at them and I'll talk to you guys and see what I think about your builds or anything like that. But yeah, Brandish Maidens, I'm really excited for this deck. Hopefully when they come out, I will be having a deck profile with you guys. So thanks for watching, and tune in next time.